Hey Space Watchers, and welcome back here. I'm still at Planet on the Road, this event that happened here today in Berlin around the Planet Earth observation family. And one company that sparked my interest was EOMAP. And EOMAP, just acquired by Fugro, and Thomas will tell me more about it in a moment, is doing water management, and I'm keen to learn more. And with me is the CEO of the company, Dr. Thomas Heege. Thomas, how are you doing today?
Great. We love to be here at this kind of conference because we collaborate with Planet since many years, and I have to say very successful. Maybe you understand then during this interview what is the background of this.
Tell us more about EOMAP and what does it make so unique?
Yeah. So EOMAP was founded 19 years ago at a time where there was no market for Earth observation, especially for water-related products. So if you think about navigation, so how a satellite can contribute to make better safety for navigation, because there are a lot of risks if you ground your ship, for example, where we can measure bathymetry, water depth from space, or where we map seagrass. That means the very first commercial project, by the way, was pipeline routing. At that time, of course, in industry, where to land pipelines in order to not damage your seagrass, protected seagrass area. So,
I see.
By the way, that's still, of course, nowadays a topic, blue carbon and so on. Water quality for agencies or also for industries up. And so with these kind of products, they existed more or less in research. So after a career at the German Aerospace Center, more than 10 years systematic developments over there. Then I founded the company, and luckily I was targeted to industries. As I mentioned, then with this pipeline routing, oil gas industry exploration was of course a topic at that time. That changed. Now we are in times of high demand of really environmental understanding solutions to steer what we do, where we build our future cities at the coast, and also how we manage in terms of climate change.
Tell me more what connects you to Planet, because you have been on stage here on this Planet event. So where's the link? Get the mic a bit more.
Yes.
Thank you.
So first of all, technically, what we need is operational satellite data, and that means also enough satellite data. Because if we have, when we started, we had so few high-resolution satellite imagery, it's by far not enough to do really water monitoring. What we can do, for example, with Planet, they have not only the right spatial temporal resolution, that means daily image, then in 2 to 4 meter resolution, but as well the access to the data. That means really professional cloud access, where we can directly plug in our cloud infrastructures and platforms, so that with few fingertips you can measure everywhere on the globe. So,
help me with water management. What does it mean? Are these lakes? Are these rivers? Is this ocean? Or all of the above?
Yeah. Point is, water management includes a lot of business verticals, as I would say. So think about hydropower is a different application with sometimes similar demand than if you go for directives monitoring. So to support environmental agencies to get better data, to prove, okay, this water is okay for bathing or also for drinking water and so on.
And that's something we can detect with satellite data?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we cannot detect everything, of course, but we can detect a lot of data, like blue algae blooms, algae suspended matter, that matters then for hydropower, for example, for river management, for coastal erosion, coastal morphology. And if you go into the coast, to measure bathymetry is extremely expensive. If you look just traditional with ships or airborne LiDAR surveys, with satellite it's extremely affordable and fast. That means it's the best component to really make navigation safer, and also to measure what changes in coast, because the Earth is more dynamic as we would expect before we had satellite data.
I'm watching the entire time the video on our monitor behind. There's not a single Earth observation image to see. So that's. I think that's.
Wait a moment. What happens?
I think that's great. So it's not about the image; it's about the solution behind. And I think that's a good one. It's not just the we do this for the technical stake, there is a meaning behind.
Yes, well, that's the Earth observation product, for example, and then
Fair
we
point.
saw also the application. Maybe you saw an app and didn't realize what you see is already measurements based on Earth observation data.
Tell me about the latest development. You got acquired by Fugro.
Yeah.
So and what's the next thing now?
Yeah. So what we need to know that Earth observation usually have to be integrated in certain use in the business verticals. So like bathymetry, that means water depths, we have to integrate with the deeper water areas which we cannot measure.
Yeah.
Or in certain areas like ports, you need it extremely accurate, then the satellite data is not enough. That means we have to work together with different industries to provide a full solution. At the moment we are mapping whole Italian coastline for the Italian government. The use is of course better country development if you have the best data on underwater bathymetry, where's the seagrass that you need to protect and so on, then you know how to manage the country and also work with blue carbon in future, I estimate. So, and here we map the whole country with ships, airborne, satellites. We are responsible for the satellite component and deliver the largest areas, of course. But what is delivered to the government is the full data set, integrated data set. They don't differentiate what comes from which source. Absolutely. They want to have the data, or in future they want to know, of course, where the coastline, for example, is changing, where we need to invest what. And this is, when we talk about solution, then we talk about what the client actually wants to know, because just buying data is no sense.
That's right. Great. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to talk to you and to learn so much about this jewel, it's a gem that we have here in Germany, and even it's in Bavaria, so I'm tolerant on that. Thomas, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
SpaceWatch out.